All right, guys, welcome. Look at this beautiful arsenal of CTM TAC guns. I've had nothing but a wonderful time over the last month and I think a month and a half, maybe building these guys. Okay, I'm gonna start off with this. My hat's off to CTM TAC. Okay, I've been doing this for a long time, guys. It's safe to say that I am jaded in many ways. I love classic stuff. I love real steel. I love cyberpunk, futuristic, video games, whatever you call it. I like it when companies do something new. And coming back after 5 years and seeing all this great stuff, it's reasonable. It's different. It's stylistic. It's futuristic. It's most guys. This was easy to install. You guys can see it on the channel, and there's no bullshit here. That's the whole point of me trying to film. And I apologize for this one. We couldn't, film it. Too many interruptions. But you guys know me. I know you guys take my word for it. It was easy to install. So most of their products are just really good. That's the TLDR. I like CTM TAC. It's definitely a company I'm putting in my bag of stuff. Definitely, I don't have an issue building with parts. Now, are there going to be some nuances? Yes, of course there is. Okay, I don't like everything. That's how you guys know I'm not a, I don't kiss ass on here this channel. Okay, I'm always going to be. It's one constructive criticism, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right, none of this stuff was sent. I bought all this, or I paid for it. But even if they sent it to me, guys, it'd be the same thing, okay? Over there, you see the tracers in the back? Those guys sent me the tracers, okay? All these tracers I got for free. The only one I had to pay for was this one from Tech. But I'm still going to be honest, all right? So we got that out of the way. But TLDR, guys, get out of here. I said CTM TAC is good. There's some things you have to watch out for. Okay, let's start off with the HiCapa. I think it's the easier if they got less parts for the HiCapa. I'm curious to see what they go forward with. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, this should have been closed up. Okay, there's an issue with here. The spring, as you can already see, is actually rotating. I can try to push it straight, but it rotates. Okay, what happens is if you compress it too much, eventually this will pop out, it will pop out, or it will get stuck. And it's just, they just got to close it up like the Glock one. The Glock one does not have an issue. So I don't know why they chose to go with it. Is it cool looking? Yes, but it's too big. Okay, so I'm going to have to 3D print something. So that's something you need to be mindful of. If you buy this, get something to cover it, whatever. Okay, just cover it up. We don't have the magwell on. That's the one thing I should have probably done. But we're gonna build the purple one eventually. I need to. I'm gonna do mostly 5KU stuff because everyone is just. I'm getting so many 5KU questions these days. It's nuts. Almost every day between Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube not as much. You guys talk to me more on Facebook and Instagram lately. It's just 5KU, 5KU this, 5KU that, and the problem is I'm getting people that are commenting 5KU questions on videos that should be on the 5KU ones. It's like, hey, I have a video on it, buddy, already. But I know. So look, the Superline. I wish I had the Flatline. That's one thing I want. I wanted to see the progression from the Flatline to the Superline, just based on the pictures, guys. And I don't know the time frame. I feel like the Flatline has been out for maybe 2 years. That's my guess. It's a bad guess probably, but if they had 2 years to go from here to this, it doesn't look like they've improved much here. Okay, one, I do not like the rear sight that comes with it. Okay, it should have been a Bomar sight style. Don't The biggest problem with rear sights for the HiCapa is everyone. I know you lost it. I've lost it. We'd lose that freaking screw. It only has 3 to 4 threads to hook onto the blowback unit. And even if you Loctite it, it's got all this recoil, all this shooting over time, and it just pops out. You lose the sight, pops out. Your return spring is chewed up, and you're like, shit, I don't have a gun that works. So I think it was a big misstep to not. They took the time to make a custom rear sight for it. Keep that in mind, guys. They took the time to make a custom front sight and rear sight. You pay $130 for a slide with no front sight, rear sight. You're paying for this is like $160. So it's a good deal. They're very reasonable. CTM is extremely reasonable. There was nothing I was like, oh man, that's a shitty price. You know who I'm looking at, guys? I'm looking at Dr. Black. I'm like, oh my god, how are they asking some of these prices? This is insane. Dr. Black is insane. I'm looking forward to it because they have some crazy stuff, but at the same time, I'm not looking forward to it because it's so expensive. I'm like, man, for $3,000, I'll be lucky if I can build one pistol and a half. It's just insane. But anyways, back to this. CTM doesn't have that issue. Okay, you got something that is so drastically different for $400 or $500. This doesn't even look like an AAP anymore. You got this grip, the trigger, everything. It is just they've done a phenomenal job of making something that you can express yourself, and that's the beauty of airsoft. We want to have fun, guys. You want to go on that field, have a good time, shoot, build a gun the way you want, color themed. Us, most of us are collectors. That's the love of airsoft. To have fun with that kind of stuff. So they've done a good job in that region. The HiCapa needs a little bit more work. Okay, I told you guys it's the same feeling I had in that first video when I unboxed it. It feels so much lighter. It feels like a lower grade quality. It almost feels like this was made at one factory and the AAP is like just guys with like 20 years of experience, and it feels like beginners did this. There was a lot of machining cuts, defects on it. The anodization wasn't as good, and this guy has been getting hammered, guys. We're not. I should go find the papers. I need to find the papers. I have papers on how many shots we have, but I know we're not anywhere near 5,000. Okay. Is it full auto? Yes. Are you guys gonna be shooting full auto mostly? No. Okay. So. Are we abusing this sucker? Yes, we are, but it's still information for us to gather on it, right? That's the whole point. But I'm presenting it to you guys, so at least you understand. Okay, I'm shooting at a much faster rate than you guys would be with semi. If anyone knows if you guys know what peening is, and you peen something and you hit the metal and you splay it to make it thicker to go in, it is literally doing that. Okay, I can run my fingernail over here, and this is getting spread out. Okay, look at these port of contacts. It is just getting hammered. Okay, so I predict, honestly, what's going to happen is we're going to get some fracture in this area. It's just getting destroyed. We haven't even hit 5,000. Okay, and you guys, my baseline is I've been doing this channel for a long time. I have my Infinity, right? That is probably the oldest, one of the oldest HiCapas in California, hands down, and I've been playing that every year forever. Planking Backyard, HSB, SC Village, Tax City, South and North. Okay, Forge, it's just on and on, right? So I have a good baseline of what something that's durable. This doesn't feel like it, so I'm worried about it. But that's the key word. I said feel, so that's why I still have to test it, guys. So don't cast stones at them just yet. At the end of the day, this is it's like $160 for all of this. A plug, a custom front sight, a custom rear sight, which we don't have. I told you that the rear sight is, I think, where they messed up on that rear sight needs to be a Bormar style, so you give us 2 point of locking. 1, the screw, and 2, that I can't take this off unless I take the blowback unit off. That is something that should be mandatory, and I'm surprised they didn't go that route, because you're making a custom rear sight, front sight for your slide. It's like, to me, that's a no-brainer. So it's with this mistake and this mistake, it feels like, and I don't want to offend them, but it feels like it's someone who doesn't play with HiCapa with their pistols. That's what it kind of felt. It felt like a beginner was looking at this and doesn't play with pistols only. And I know that's nuts, guys. You have to remember, this is a pistol only channel, and I've had this mindset for 10-15 years, so I'm not expecting that, but that's what it feels like. So I hope I'm not coming off rude. You guys let me know if I am, but that's what it just feels like. But that's why we're being constructive criticism. Okay, rear sight needs to be a system that gives us 2 point of contact to lock it. Okay, the Bomar legs, lock it in. Okay, and the screw, 2, boom, you're done. Okay, that fixed that problem. The TDC thing, I gotta be honest, guys, it feels like a gimmick to me. Cool thing is you don't have to use it. If they really had 2 years to improve, and and it looks like a similar system, guys. It doesn't look that much different, if I had to be honest. But I can't truly comment on it, even though I am, because I don't have the flat line in my hand. There's a reason why I wanted it, because I wanted to say, hey, you had 2 years to improve the design, and you only did this. Okay, I'd be more critical of it. Okay, so that's why I'll back off on it. We had the flat line, the super line. I hope if this does well, and guys, I want nothing but success for these guys. I am happy overall, guys. I'm happy with their products. Okay, it was a great experience. Minus some stuff AAP we'll get into, but right now we're dunking on the HiCapa. I don't care if it's called Giga Line. The next one should be Interbell and bucking is all we need. You literally have almost a map for making a natural TDC. Just Interbell and bucking, you're done. Just do the next line, make this an actual TDC system. And just refine it a little bit more. Okay, I don't think that would take that much more to do, honestly. And do it a little bit different than SSP5. I know people will say, hey, well, SSP5 does it. Fine, okay. Make this ready to go in any frame. Okay, make it good to go in any frame. Go buy a 5KU frame. Go buy the new 5KU frame, because everyone's going to be buying a 5KU frame. We know that's cheap. Get the Dr. Black, get Edge, your Airsoft Masterpiece, or, Guster Bro, and you're pretty much done. And then you have TM, okay? All the other ones are kind of, not big, in the market world. But just make this an actual TDC, okay? I don't care for this, because it's like an external factor. They're not connected to each other. How do you know it's actually straight? How do you know it's you put it in frame? Okay, fine. You can put it in the frame and hope that it's kind of straight. But look at it. It's just a system that to me seems like it was an afterthought. It's not someone that's absolutely crazy about running pistols all the time or something. And that's okay. But guys, and I know people aren't asking this. No, they've already asked. Would I build a custom gun using this to sell or for a customer? Yes, I don't have an issue with it. Okay, I really don't. And I'm just gonna tell the customer, hey, buy a Bowmer sight. A Bowmer, you need Cow, Gunsmith Bro Airsoft Masterpiece. Buy one of the Bowmer sights or 5KU. You're gonna have to mod them to fit it in. You're good to go. Boom. That's solved. TDC, you don't even have to use. You can just put it in, and most of you will be running semi. Okay, this guy's full auto, and he's crazy. But just running until it breaks. And I don't know when it's gonna break. Okay, I have absolutely no clue. But those are things I wanted to point out to you guys, is that we haven't even hit a 5,000, and it's already got that kind of damage on here. Okay, so this aluminum is for sure soft. The anodization, soft. All right, there's going to be good anodization, and there's going to be bad anodization. There's going to be good aluminum and bad aluminum. I would put this like medium range. It's not the worst I've had, but it's not the best I've had. Okay, so that's where we're at with HiCapas. It's not to the point where I'm like thumbs down. So I'm like, yeah, get it if you like it. They stand out cool. They have a lot of colors. It's a very reasonable price. Remember, you're getting a lot for $160 or $180 if you get the 5.1. You get a lot for it. Think about it. You guys pay $130 for a slide with a guide plug. Okay, you want to get rear sight and a front sight and a red dot plate? You're already over $200. Good luck. You're over $200. So this is a great deal. That's why I think CTM has. If they put on like an extra $50, extra $100, I'd be like, oh, okay, all right. Now you're pushing it in dangerous waters. That's where Dr. Black is for me. I haven't even tested Dr. Black, and they're already in dangerous waters for me. 5KU has just come in, and they're making it hard for me. I feel bad for all the companies, but at the same time, it's how the world works. Okay, business is business. That's just what it is. I'm here to represent and show you guys the information out there, and my opinions and all that stuff. Okay, that's just what it is. Let's get HiCap out of the way. So rear sight, you get a Bomar rear sight. If you buy this, you gotta plug this up. CTM, if you're watching, just from now on, just plug this up or make it much smaller. Okay, this you can already see, guys. It's literally trying to get out, and it will get out. I promise. It already happened. And I wish it did on camera. That's how I broke my AAP thing. I let it go. I was testing it. I was like, this looks like. Yeah, look at that. All right. I'm gonna stop. All right, it's getting right there. All right, I'm gonna stop. Take my word for it. Just it's a simple change. Let's move on to the AAP stuff. Okay, now there's only one thing I'm like AAP needs to work on it big time, and that is these guys. You saw the video. If you don't understand what it is, just go watch that video. They gotta work on the one. It's not smooth at all. The machine on here is extremely poor. Okay, for something that is so sensitive and critical to your whole system, these are not things I would ever accept. Okay, for something that is so critical. Okay, you can see, look at that. Okay, it's just the machine on here is it's not good. I don't like the angle they have here, because that's why I think it slips. You guys saw? Just go watch the video. Just watch the video. It's an old design. This one has the AAP one. I think is actually a little bit more. I'm sorry, the AAP / TTI, because they both have similar design. It's someone that's a little bit more updated. So I don't know, either a redesign or these have to be polished. But I don't think polish is going to fix the slipping. Okay, so I'm just not a fan of this. This is the only thing I'm like, okay, this is a no buy until if they say, hey, we fixed it, we redesigned it. If they say something like that, then I'd be like, okay, cool. I have no problem coming back from that. Okay, everything else, I think, I don't, the springs, I think the springs are just a personal preference for me. I'm not a big fan of the springs. I used one. The funny, I took it out after. I didn't even like it. So the springs I'm not a fan of, but I think this is more a personal preference. Okay, so I don't. This is fine. I think that's fine. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think this is really the only thing I was like, no, don't buy. Everything else has been phenomenal. I mean, come on, guys, look at this. You know, you would look at this and think, oh, this is, $1,000, and it's not. Okay, this is the lawn skeleton. Let's try to look up prices quick. Okay, AAP parts. This is the skeleton. Okay, the shield blaster, $42. Okay. We got the compensator, which is 26, but we got the lawn version. So here's the skeleton one, 136. You know what I mean? 136. We got the Reaper charging handle, which came with this carbine kit. Okay, so 130. So 130, 136. The blaster shield is 40. Here's a $37. You guys follow me? The Fuku grip, $14. The trigger is like, $20 or $30. You know what I mean? Look at this. Look how crazy this looks. So they've done a great job. It feels great. It shoots good. Okay. The only thing I wish, they said they're working on it, is they need something like an easy design would be something aluminum, and you just slip onto it. That's literally all. I would just slip it on. Okay. But look at that. And then everything's flush. It's done a great job. This one has been the most, everyone's been talking about this one to me on Facebook. This one is pretty popular. This guy we just built. And this is one that we've been shooting a lot. Okay, we've been shooting these three a lot. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You can see, it's just the anodization. This seems a little bit better on here. It seems stiff, even though this is coming off already. but we're relatively the same thing. And that guy over here, the HiCapa one, is just so much more beat. And obviously, you guys look, this is the only thing that's moving on here. You have the rails for the blowback unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. The little lips. Okay, so it's yes, less complicated, but this is just phenomenal. $400 or $500 to be able to build something this crazy looking. Okay, so they've done a great job in AAP. You guys can see the journey. There's no bullshit. We literally film it from ground up. I don't think there was any interruptions on this one. I don't think so, but easy. Only one part didn't line up on here. That didn't line up on here. I dinked this one like an idiot. Did I mess up anything else? No. You can. This one is the tuned one. Look at the triggers. Okay. Just a little take up. That's it. Insane. Easy to switch. Nice and convenient. So the AAP person, it feels like a whole different beast. If we can, and I think maybe the HiCapa, they're just brand. I think honestly, I think they're just kind of new to the HiCapa stuff, and they just need a little bit more work on it. But this is a company that I have no problem buying from again, and I look forward to buying products from again. Okay, so for me, I'd probably say it's a glowing review. Only one thing that I don't really like from the AAP. The website, I will admit, is at first it was super. It's still confusing, guys. They need to. They just need to update it. I don't know what's new, what's old. It's so confusing. I thought there was multiple magwells, and I think that's why I got extra ones on accident. You can see, guys, look how many extra stuff I have. I think it was. I'm probably messed up because I was so confused. The website is just absolutely confusing. They got too many versions. They need to either these guys need to be combined. You just have one magwell with all the colors, one bolt. You know what I mean? It's just they got way too many things. So the website is absolutely confusing. So I think that's why. Cause I don't usually have lots of extra parts like that. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. I think maybe the purple one. I might build to sell this. I think that would be kind of cool, and I'd want it to go to someone along the lines of what's it called? The EX01. I think I'd want to do that. We'll do a 5K build. We'll try to do a budget build, and I'd like to sell that to someone that is going to just say, "Hey, I got 5,000 rounds. Hey, I got 10,000 rounds in it." I'd like it to go to someone like that. Because that's what the EX01 is, guy. He's doing the same thing for me. He's gonna reach out to me at 5,000 or no 10,000. He'll hit me up, and we talk a lot. Me and him. So I got along with him really nice. I enjoy him. So maybe we'll do the same thing with the purple one, and that will also just help fund the channel. So maybe we'll do that. Okay. I wanted to keep it because I love Hulk, but at the same time, we need money for the channel. Okay, and that way I just fund the build, and we'll do a video on that, but we won't call that CTM TAC series anymore. We'll just call it, okay. If there's anything I missed, guys, let me know. This is the video for you guys to comment on. I'm getting like too many comments here spread everywhere and on Facebook. I'm not gonna lie, my head's like, I'm so confused. Did I answer that? Did I answer that? Oh shit, did I respond to that? I'm getting a little lost. Okay, I'm an old head, and I'm not, the best at this kind of stuff. So if there's anything else you guys need from CTM, to let me know. If there's anything I can think of that's drastic, I will try to do an update or put in the description. But as of right now, there wasn't many things I was disappointed with. Just this. Don't buy. Oh, that's the other thing. This I bought just for the hell of it. But you guys, we don't need this. Funny thing is, they even told me the same thing. I was like, I just want to buy it anyways. But the reality is whoever does their steel, just they've got some work to do on their steel. Okay, because even the selector plate is just low quality, so they just don't know you know, how to work with steel, and steel is harder, guys. Steel is much harder than aluminum. So I'm not. That's why I'm not like, you know, just completely, you know. The reality is, because I understand. Like I told you guys, I know a little bit about CNC, and I have friends that are in the CNC field. I have one that currently works at a place right now, and that I talk to him all the time. And I have a CNC machine to my left. Not a 5-axis, not a, you know, a Haas or anything, but steel is nothing to sneeze at. Okay. So I wish for nothing but success, and I want them to do better. Okay, that's all I'm looking for. And at the end of the day, guys, just to wrap it up, this has been nothing but a wonderful journey. It is just crazy. Everyone that's come to my place, they go straight, they gravitate straight to these two to touch. Okay, they go straight to these two to touch and to shoot, and they're saying, "Hey, can I shoot these? Can I shoot these?" And I'm curious to see if, you know, if I have any local friends come by, if they'll touch this one or not. You know, I think any Warhammer fan is gonna look at this like, "Wait, what? It's Warhammer. It's a bolter. We got a Mark IV bolter, man. We're ready for the Emperor." You know, give it to the heretics. You know, it's they did a fantastic job. Okay, the HiCapa is still cool. Just, you know, needs a little bit more work. All right, and I think that's it. Thank you guys for joining me on this wonderful journey with CTM. That was I feel like we've been here almost a year, guys, but we did this under, you know, 2 months ish or whatever. Okay, we successfully shot the shit out of them. Are we still on the durability part? Yes, we will. You guys will see an update once I get to probably 10,000. I want to update at 10,000. That one we're close to. These two we're already close to 5,000. This guy, I don't know what they did, but I know it's different technique. But holy shit, you can't even tell I'm shooting this sucker. This is just thick. Like the processing on this one, oh my god. All right, so this one, the only area you can kind of see is upper here, right here. That's it. All right, so this one somehow is just, it's a tank. This is the one that you can definitely see. We got some wear and tear, and I'm just curious to see, okay, what's gonna break first? That's what we're looking to learn from. You can see, for example, screw's already loose. I need to tighten it down. And we've been shooting. We'll shoot semi and throttle. We shoot both. Okay. I think that's it. All right. I'll see you guys around. Take it easy. Thank you.